Welcome everyone back to my channel. Okay, today we're going to skip the formalities and get right into the Senate Bill 1155 out of Washington. This wonderful Washington Senator, Miss Walsh, decided to make an amendment to a bill that they're looking to pass. So this bill 1155 is to protect the lunch breaks for nurses who work 12 hours and also to limit mandatory overtime. So her amendment to this wonderful bill is, instead of, giving us our breaks and not mandatory overtime, she just says, well, how about you just limit it to 8-hour shifts in a 24-hour period, because we don't want to hear them complain about being tired.
Mr. President, well, if we have an issue with nurses getting tired, let's quit letting them do 12-hour shifts. Let's let them do 8-hour shifts, like most standard shifts are. 12 hours, I know they want it, but then they come back and they start talking out of both sides of their mouth and telling us how tired they are. Let's make them 8-hour shifts. I commend the amendment to you.
Excuse me? Excuse me.
But wait, there's more.
I would submit to you, those nurses probably do get breaks. They probably play cards for a considerable amount of the day.
No! Stop suggesting that.
So since she figured out that we only play cards at work, I thought I'd bring my nurse cards home and we can play together. How's that sound? So this card game is not so much like euchre or poker or Go Fish. This is more of like a lottery. And the most cards you get, means you get the most points, and the one with the most points gets a free counseling session for all the emotional damage that you suffered at the hands of nursing. Isn't that great? All right, so let's play. Have you ever cried in the parking lot after your shift? Because I have. My personal favorite, get poop on your scrubs. I love when I get poop on my scrubs. It makes me so happy. How about when you hold your pee for 12 hours and you literally have a UTI because you've been holding your pee for 12 hours while you're treating people with UTIs? A wonderful one. A wonderful one. Intubate a teenager with the flu because the flu's not that bad. You don't need the flu shot. Okay. Another lovely one that is a high risk with certain populations, getting a needle stick from someone who has hepatitis. Now you should be wearing your safety equipment and using proper procedures, but things happen. But I guess that's just what happens, huh? One that happened recently to a woman in Louisiana, and now she's dead, getting attacked by a patient. As I said in my previous video, which I will link above, 75% of attacks in a workplace environment happen to nurses in healthcare. Isn't that great? This lovely one. When you get to tell a mother that her child is dead. I love cards. Don't you love cards? How about when you get to code a 90-year-old grandma because she's a full code and her family just won't let her go, even though she said adamantly that she just wants to let go and go be with her husband in heaven. And one that is a very real concern for all nurses, and one that we should always be aware of, is the feeling that you need to commit suicide because of something that may have happened in your work environment with a patient. That's a very real concern. I don't think that that's necessarily something that happens to senators. Do you know? We'll ask her. But nursing's not all bad. We have good times. Sometimes I get the opportunity to find a comfy chair so the patient's wife can stay with him overnight. That feels good. That's a good one. Or the feeling when you help someone walk after having their hip replaced. That's a good feeling. I'm allergic to this woman's bullshit. Or when you finally have time to brush the hair of your intubated patient because she's been there for 2 months. One that I'm particularly looking forward to if I ever get the opportunity is to seeing my patient who has been in a coma for a long time walk out of our unit and go home. That'll be exciting. And one that is my personal favorite that I would love to do, because I do love children and babies, is to feed a newborn. That's fun. That's a good part of nursing. So, whoever gets the most in a shift wins. I don't want to sound like I'm gatekeeping nursing or any struggles that people have in their everyday jobs, but healthcare is a unique field, and when you are not working in it in any form, and you make opinions, and you make judgments, and you say things without knowing anything, you're only hurting us. You're not helping anybody. You're not making it easier for us to go home after a 12-hour shift because we're so tired. So maybe you, Miss Walter, should stay in your lane, as we were told to stay in our lane by the NRA against gun violence. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like down below and leave a comment on your opinion on this woman's remarks. And if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.